Hello, 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 hello. Okay, hello and welcome to the first stint of the QFD test race in Suzuka. We had a 4-hour race there in Suzuka with a selection of 15 different GT3 vehicles with a custom BOP, not with the GT BOP, but with the custom BOP. Unfortunately, the qualifying couldn't be recorded, or let's just say that the times that were made, the times that were driven in qualifying is recorded from my POV, but yeah, not exactly in a live stream, or at least not in a live stream where every car can be seen. You know what the deal is. It was just streamed from my car. Anyway, I don't want to talk for that long. We are going into the stint. You can ignore the result on the right side. This is not correct for several reasons. Either way, we are now getting on our way. We have 17 participating. It's not that much, but it's something. We have P. Mishev here, or his PSM name is FGR Bari BG1. Let's just call him Bari or Bari. Then we have Devil, JM Devil. Yeah, let's just call him Devil. Fuck. Yeah, it's with controller. It can happen that there's a pause somewhere. He's driving for the Deutsche Behörde racing team. Then we have Tim Lower, who is driving for Track Design Racing, TDR. Then we have Comfy User. So yeah, that's myself. It's more or less a comeback race after 5 months of injury. Then we have Matteusinho in P5 with the Lego Viper of Team Full Push. Also long time no see, and glad that he picked the Viper. It's a cool car to have. Then we have RR Alex, Scorpio Alex, Alex 08 and 10, however he wants to be called, in the Spoon Sports NSX GT3. And last but not least, we have Masma 67 in the Realistic Racing Club Nissan GTR from 2018. The first lap is a formation lap, and lap 62 is basically not driven because in lap 61 everybody will go to the pits and give the car to their teammate. Also, for your information, Bari is the only driver on the medium set of tires, on the medium compound. All others are on softs. Okay, so once we're on the starting line, he may accelerate at any point, and he did it a bit early, but it's okay. And we have Barry leading the race in front of Devil, Timlor. Comfy gets attacked by Matteosinho. Matteos in the Viper should have a bit more one lap pace, because the car is just a little bit stronger for that, but will suffer during the long run, will suffer with the tire wear. And we already have our first spin. Comfy has spun, so his comeback drive didn't really go to plan. Luckily no damage. In the front we still have Barry, but Devil is closing in. He wants to attack. Excuse me. But also Matteosinho slowly coming closer. Alex can keep up. Masma keeping his distance. Devil is faster on the straights. Wants to attack. He is keeping a close distance. He may not know that the body is on the medium compound. Also interestingly, everybody starting with 100 liters of fuel. So the first stint will be a slow one, just because of more weight. Devil can somehow save the car after almost spinning. And we have a very close top 4. Barry coming over the line as the leader, followed by Devil, Timlor and Matteosinho. Sorry if I'm pronouncing Tim Lure or Tim Lure or however it should be pronounced. I'm sorry if I do it the wrong way. Maybe if you just call him Tim. Devil is still keeping close distance to Barry. You can see that through the corners the Honda is faster with the softer tires. It's an improvement, could be a 159. Devil is close. Now going for the overtake, side by side, into the 130R. Barry, yeah, does the smart thing and gives position. The top 4 really close together. Devil can actually make a bit of a gap. With the fastest lap of 159.6. On the background we can see Tim Lowe at Matteosinho, and we can see that Devil spun. Luckily nothing happened. And now he's in P6. Whereas Comfy makes a mistake on his own. Probably irritated by Devil. Still no damage though. On the front, Barry. Matteosinho has bought himself to P2 and is closing in on Barry. To be fair, I haven't watched the replay ever, so everything going on the front is new for me too. You can see that the Viper is a lot faster on the straights. It can't keep up on the curvy part on the track, it can't keep up in the corners. It has trouble. And Alex with the spin. Sorry, something is wrong. Tim Lower goes a bit wide. And now the straight line speed of the Viper should help going in front. A little twitchy rear by Mateusz, and there he goes from P1 to P3 again. In the back we can see Devil and Masma. Masma has trouble in the corners to keep up. Devil is a lot faster, he wants to go past. Fastest lap still by Devil, 159.6. Maybe in the hairpin Devil can attack. Masma goes to defend the inside line for the right hander, but here in the hairpin it was Devil who went past. Mateuzinho with the penalty. Naughty. Whereas Tim Lower has now closed up to Bari, is now in the slipstream. The stability of the Mercedes in these corners is very good. Now slipstream again, maybe Tim Lower can get past, but it seems the BMW is very fast in this race. He keeps himself behind Bari. Fastest lap at 159.2. Devil is closing in on Alex. And Comfy is also slowly coming closer with the fastest lap. Tim wants to go around the outside, but this doesn't really work. Oh, Tim Lower has gone past Bari. And in the background we can see Devil and Alex fighting. You can't really tell where to go. Bari goes past Tim Lower again. Tim goes wide. Now to the chicane. Devil has come past Alex. I'm sorry, we can't look at that. because there's Matteusinho attacking Tim. Will he get past? Yes. Matteusinho in P2 now. Uh-oh. Yep. Connection problems for Matthäus. The car was driving on its own, and now it's disconnecting. That's unfortunate. So yeah, Matthäus is out. Devil now in P3, in front of Alex. So yeah, the Viper is gone. Now we have a BMW, we have a Mercedes, we have two Hondas, a Nissan, and an Audi. At the moment, Bari is keeping the front position. Tim has fallen back a little bit. Tim is short shifting a little bit. Devil now with the fastest lap, 159.1. Going wide in this corner. Alex also going wide, but this is due to a different reason. He is disconnecting as well. And now from the starting grid of 7 people, from 7 drivers, we only have 5 left. Bari and Tim are still close. Tim is in the slipstream. But oh no! There we have it. Bari with the mistake. Bari has damage. But he will continue. Interesting. Despite damage, he wants to continue with this set of tires. Meanwhile, we have Masma in P4 with the Comfy closing in. If you're wondering why they have the same nationality and the same name, that's because they are family members. Masma is the father and Comfy is the older son. Then in the second stint, and once again Comfy cannot stop with his mistakes. second stint, Mega L will drive the Audi, and this is the younger brother. So yeah, the whole family bitten by the racing bug. Devil's tires look a lot more worn than Tim's. Yeah, definitely. Devil is pushing quite a lot to keep up with Tim. This is all at the cost of tire wear. To be fair though, the Honda is a very heavy car. Meanwhile, we have Body steering into the pits. And this will be our first real pit stop. Tire change and damage repair. And out he goes again. Let's keep it at Masma for a bit. Yeah, it's unfortunate, only 5 drivers now. At least there are more or less 4 drivers with the same pace. So at least there should be a little bit of action. The interesting thing about the number for the Nissan, because it is the sum of the driver numbers of both drivers. Masma is usually driving with the number 28, and his teammate R player is driving with the number 73. The sum of both numbers is 101, and that's the number Masma decided on. The Nissan is a car that is very good in the fast corners, but the 2018 variant is also very stable in slow corners, which the 2013 version was not. And it's quite easy to drive. You can see that Masma is struggling in the corners to be as fast as Comfy, and he lets him through. Meanwhile, fastest lap by Tim Lower, a 158.8. Devil is struggling to keep these lap times. He did a best lap of 159.1, but the lap times have fallen dramatically. Maybe there was a mistake in one of those laps. Or it is a stable problem now. 1.2 seconds lower, and yet the tires they do look quite worn now. They aren't in the best state. So yes, lower again. Meanwhile, Tim Lower, his tires still look very fresh. He's still able to drive fastest lap times. The last 2 laps were 58s even. And he's really consistent. En route for another 158. Meanwhile, Bari now with the fastest lap with a 158.1. The reason for this is because he has switched to the soft tires. Car is getting lighter and it's a soft tire. Naturally, it's getting faster. Maybe it's another improvement. At least Bari has now overtaken Masma already. Is there an improvement? No. 1 second loss. Tim with a personal best lap of 158.793. Yeah, the field is a bit spread now. There's not much to comment. The wind has a little bit changed. 3.8 meters per second. East direction. More or less perfect. Because now on the main straight the car is faster. 260 kph here for the Merc. And then most importantly for the S corners, for the S turns, you have headwind. Perfect for downforce. Yeah, Tim is extremely consistent. No major mishaps. And still in good lap times, despite the tires now in their 14th lap. Masma's tires look a bit better, but he's 4 seconds a lap slower. Then we have Bari. His tires look a lot better because they are fresh Comfy's tires look about the same as Tim's, at least the fronts. The rears are a bit more used. There probably was a mistake in this lap. Lost 2 seconds. And Devil, yeah, his tires look shot. He will need to pit quite soon. Minute 8. Slow drift through this corner. Tim still in the 59s. 59.075, 59.055. Extremely consistent, extremely strong. Although he has lost half a second now in this lap already. Unusual, to say the least. The livery is reminiscent of the 6.3 SEL, or is it 6.2? I don't know. But over 6 liters, the SEL AMG, also nicknamed the Rote Sau, the red pig. Looks just a little different here with the QR code on the side of the car and the QFD number boards. Still a 59.5 is a good lap. Meanwhile, Devil's tires, he really has to be cautious with it, and he is going into the pits. So Comfy will win a position and probably lose one quite soon, because Bari is now coming closer. Comfy's car not as strong on the straights as the Mercedes is. It is a car that is more for cornering, more for the long run. But he's having trouble keeping Bari behind. Bari is just a lot faster at the moment. And also keep in the slipstream. And yeah, that's a lot of lost time now. Unfortunately, the gap to Tim probably already over 30 seconds. Yeah, Body is through in the one overtaking the 130R. Comfy did not fight against it. Meanwhile, Devil now probably more cautious with the tires. How he can go on the grass and still keep the car in check is beyond me. Maybe it's a micro lag, but he does a very good job here. Improving on the fastest lap by 1/10, so let's keep the camera on him. Now it's not the best time, but 8/10 up his personal best. Next sector. 3.5 up to the best time of Body. And now over the line, it's a 57.8. It's the new fastest lap of the race. Meanwhile, Masma's tires now on the halfway point. It would be possible to go for a one-stop strategy, but it's not recommended. It's honestly not recommended. At least a two-stop. I think the two-stop is the fastest strategy. You could probably also go with the three-stop. Would also be a very efficient strategy. But I believe, at least for me, the two-stop was the better strategy. It was faster. Because the tires held out quite a bit longer than you would expect. Tim has now begun lap 19, or let's say lap 18. His front tire is slowly degrading, but he's still within 1 second of his fastest lap time. Second Degner. Now 5.5 tenths behind. Now let's see the next sector. How he can keep up. It's 8 tenths behind. And yeah, it's now a bit more than 1 second slower. Meanwhile, Devil is surely taking time out of Comfy. But yeah, it's already closed in on Comfy. Comfy's probably struggling on the tires right now. Yeah, Devil can always go on the AstroTurf and still have no problem keeping his car together. Yeah, the rear tire from Comfy doesn't look that good anymore. The fronts are okay. But it's the rear tires now. It's traction out of corners that is a problem. It's the balance in corners that's the problem. More oversteer. And although Comfy likes oversteer, there is a point where it's just too much. And where it's not efficient anymore. Now Devil is on the left side. Doesn't fight, just lets him by. It's better for his strategy as well. Meanwhile, Masma now going to the hairpin. His front tires look about the same as Comfy's. Tim's front tire looks even worse. He's now feeling the lap times getting slower. Although still only 7 tenths. Considering that this is a 60 lap race with the first and the last lap not counting here from the 62, it would now be the perfect time for the two stoppers to go into the pits. And Tim is doing exactly that. Now let's see where Barry will be. His tires already don't look very good. Quite worn. The rear tires are not used at all. But the front right is almost dead. The lap times are also slowly dropping. 2 minutes, 0.4. Considering that he was close to a 158, or he was at the 158.1. That's quite a loss. Devil is coming closer. Meanwhile, also Comfy has gone into the pits, changing tires and coming out. Masma, that was a late call to go into the pits. That will be a penalty. Would be surprised if it wouldn't be one. Also here, tire change. Even though he refuels. Interesting. This isn't exactly necessary. Yep, that's a 3-second penalty, as expected. And yeah, don't know why he refueled. Maybe he had to go to the toilet and couldn't be fast enough. This is a possibility. I have seen him already do that. Here we have Barry and Devil. Very close now. Devil will be getting past. Yeah, the first stint of each race is always special because the cars are just so close together. There will always be some fights. It's almost guaranteed. Unless you really do have a field with the best driver in the best team driving first and the worst or slowest drivers of the slower teams in the back driving the first stint like this. Oh yeah, a little bit difficult. Devil once again showing up on the outside. He will not get past in this corner, not in the spoons, although there is a slight touch now. You can feel that Barry is losing time with his getting worse front tires. Oh, I think there was a touch. Yeah, there definitely was a touch between Devil and Barry. At least I would say that there was. But maybe it was just a ghost touch. Who knows? I don't think that Barry just understeered in this corner. This looked too suspicious. Meanwhile, Tim without problems, 158.676. Another personal best, 158.313. Very good lap. It's also interesting to see Tim driving his laps on a fresh set of tires after he spent the whole first half of his stint behind other drivers, adapting to their pace. And now he's set free. Now he can set his own lap times. And they are a lot faster than he was able to drive in the first stint. We're talking 1.5 seconds, still improving. 58.313 in the lap before. Through chicane. Very solid. And it is an improvement, 158.272. Let's look at Bari again. His front tire now really in a bad state. Lap 23 was not that well. Lost 8 seconds. Maybe there was a... Maybe he went off track. And now he's going into the pits. Finally getting some fresh rubber. Hopefully with a lighter car the tires will last longer. Meanwhile Comfy is getting past. For now. With a new set of fresh tires. With a new set of soft tires. He may be attacking the best lap time of Devil. Of course, this lap time will not count. It's the out lap. The gap to Comfy is not that big. Meanwhile, Masma with a 2 minute 1 second 369 personal best lap with a new set of tires, which is pretty cool. Although his fuel tank with 75 liters is quite full, the last pit stop will be quite short thanks to this. Still 0.2 faster. It may be a even faster lap. Unfortunately, Masma is driving with traction control, and we're not talking about traction control 1, we are talking more like traction control 3. So yeah, it will regulate quite hard in corners. Still improving, although he wasn't the fastest in the spoon corners and the hairpin, at least not compared to his own best lap time. Suzuka is one of Masma's favorite tracks, and his consistency shows. 2 minute 902, good lap time from Masma. But he will be the first car that will be lapped quite soon, because Tim is closing in. Unfortunately, a bit of a time loss here. It didn't really look like he was a lot slower. And Masma, very fair, lets Tim by slowing down on the straights. Or, yeah, let's say slowing down at the exit of the corner. Probably costs the most of time. But he did well. It was a fair move. That was a good save. It could have gone a lot worse. Meanwhile, at FGR, Bari has made the fastest lap, a 1:57.8. He's catching up to Comfy, who himself, he did drive a personal best lap though, 1:58.4. But it's by far not the same pace as Bari has at the moment. Now let's look at Devil. His tires look a lot better this time after what was it? After 14 laps. He could maybe go for a 2-stop still. If you can make these tires last for, let's say, 7 more laps, or rather 8 more laps. Yeah, most likely 8 more laps. He's still in the 58s though. Low 58s, high 58s, low 59s. Yeah, still in the 58, so pace is still good. Meanwhile, Comfy still in the 58s. Which is to expect with the fresh tire. And yeah, Bari in the 57s. He will come closer to Comfy. Only a matter of time. Once again, faster sector time than in his personal best lap. But now he lost a little bit, 2/10. Let's look at Tim again, who is coming into lap 31 with a personal best lap of 58.0 in the previous lap, lap 29. But yeah, this is sheer consistency. 58.6, then 58.3, 58.2, 58.4, 58.2, 58.9. This is the only lap that is out of line. Then another 58.0, 58.2. Not exactly the fastest driver on the grid, but consistently fast, which is just as powerful. It honestly just looks so clinical. Precise, like a doctor's tool. Going over the line, it's 58.580. Still a good lap. Meanwhile, Devil's lap time slowly dropping. The question is, will he extend? And and it looks like he will extend. 59.0. Yeah, he's not really slowing down. He is a second slower than in his fastest lap. And again, how he can take this corner without the car spinning is a mystery to me. Comfy's lap times still stable in the 58s and 59s. It's just not the same pace as body behind him has. There is a fight developing quite soon. Yeah, the lap is 11 laps old. Still fighting for a personal best though. So yeah, tire wear, the lighter the car gets, the less of an issue. And quite dramatically less of an issue. To be fair though, the first set of tires is always starting with higher temperatures than the sets at later points in time. You have to imagine the first set of tires basically begins at 90 degrees Celsius. It's heated up to 90 degrees Celsius, and every time a fresh tire is coming out, it's only warmed to 80 degrees Celsius. Or whatever the initial temperature is, I'm not sure, but I just know the second set is always 10 degrees colder at the start. And this is one of the reasons why the second set lasts longer. Usually. It can of course also be differences in track temperature or grip overall. But yeah, basically the first set of tires is always the worst one. The Bari has taken out the traction control. Don't know if he had ever activated it. I thought he had. I thought I see him at one point driving with the traction control, but at least now with the soft tires, he isn't doing that anymore. Slowly coming closer to Comfy. There will be no overtake into the 130R. The exit out of the chicane was better by Bari. Comfy was struggling here. He's getting close, but not close enough for an overtake. Meanwhile, Comfy has trouble keeping the car on the road. There were two drifts into the first corner. Bari is slowly losing time. However, the Audi does have a weak point. Its acceleration out of corners, especially out of slow corners. The torque curve of the Audi is quite low, so it really is difficult to get the car to accelerate out of corners. Now for the tires, the picture has shifted a little bit. Now Comfy does have the overall better tires, but might have a little worse balance. Whereas for Bari, the car is more stable, but will have understeer for a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of a misunderstanding here. Comfy was going wide. Bari accepted the invitation, went inside, but there was still a little bit of a touch. Of course, it was not on purpose. And Comfy is trying to stay close to Bari because of the penalty. He thinks maybe he can profit from Bari slowing down. But yeah, the gap is already big enough for Bari to keep himself in front, most likely. He was braking, and Comfy is coming closer, but yeah, he has to yield. There was not really a chance in the 1/3 yard to attack. There might be a chance on the straight now, with a better exit. But yeah, that Audi is not fast enough on the straights, even with the slipstream. It isn't really catching up to the BMW. Meanwhile, we have Masma in the second Degner corner. Behind him is Devil closing in. Masma is getting blue flags. Devil's tires are pretty shot by now. Lap times are still stable though, 159.5, 59.6. There was a touch. Yeah, Masma lost quite a bit of time thanks to this. Yeah, Devil seems to like to overtake with touches, with contact. Of course, it could have been lag, but at least here it looked quite clear what the picture was. Meanwhile, Tim's lap times dropping down now, 59.2, 59.5. This one will most likely be another 59, which is still good. These are still good lap times, considering these tires are 16 laps old by now. So don't get me wrong. Masma made a mistake. You could see it on the map. He did go off-road and was spawned back on track. Luckily, without any opponents behind him. So yeah. That was lap time now with the 2:01. This was because of the lapping of Masma. At least a good thing about the tire wear here is that it's coordinated. Front and rear are more or less used the same way. So this is quite practical. You can survive with these tires. You can survive for quite long. Because the balance is still there. The balance is still pretty good through corners. It's just that the overall grip is lower. Bari is now closing in on Masma. Sandman has arrived. I do now have sand in my eyes. Great. Didn't need that. Meanwhile, Bari has dropped to the 59s as well. And although Comfy's tires do look a bit better, his lap times aren't that much more competitive compared to Bari. He is slower. There was a correction. Surely not good for the lap time. But yeah, let's look at Bari again. Coming closer and closer to Masma. And Masma probably should make room by now. And he does. Fair, very fair by Masma. Devil is still out on this set of tires. He's now more or less 23 or 24 laps out on this tire, on this set of tires. He will have to refuel quite soon. lap times did drop into the 2 minutes though, so he's more or less 2.5 seconds slower than at the beginning of his stint. But it's still very cool. It's still very determined, and it shows his understanding of the tires that he can extend these stints and still go for a 2-stop, even though it is a bit out of rhythm by now. Here we have Bari. He will overtake Devil in the pits, so will Confi. The only thing that the Devil will lose time on is by the length of the pit stop, because he will need to refuel a little bit more than his opponents. Last lap of Bari was a 59.7. This time it will be another 59. But Comfy lost a lot more here. Lap 39 most likely was because of the lapping of Masma. Although it looks still good. The second set of tires is a lot more balanced. Yeah, wide line to the 130R can happen. This does not give a penalty per se. Yeah, and still a 59.8. Lost time in the last sector, but it was still half a second faster than Bari in front. His tires are letting go. He may have 1, 2, 3 more laps, but Tim most likely doesn't. Tim will go to the pits in this lap. His lap times are slowly dropping though, 2.8, so 2 minutes 8. It's almost 3 seconds slower than his fastest lap time. And into the pits he goes. Probably won't be enough for Bari to overtake Tim. And even if it is, it's only for a short duration, only for 1 or 2 laps. Yeah, Tim is refueling. He will be going out of the pits quite soon. 50 liters, and he will defend the lead. 2 minute point 3. By body. And now both Masafras go into the pits. Comfy now losing time because he hasn't pressed any buttons. Yeah, I lost about 5 seconds through this. Meanwhile, Devil with the now fastest lap time, 1:57.467. A very strong lap time. Comfy refuels to 50 liters as well. Now let's look at Bari again. He will need to pit in this lap or in the next one. Depends on how much he wants to stretch this tire and his fuel. .2 seconds an hour. It would still be a 2-minute lap time, which is pretty good. And he is going into the pits. Makes sense. Now for 19 laps he will drive with another set of softs. Devil has gone past. Fastest lap not beaten. Also another advantage, a little bit less refuel. And now the gap to Comfy is about 10 seconds. Meanwhile, Tim again. Controlling the race, controlling the stint. Not going too risky. .58.6. It's a good lap time. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. I need to clean my nose. I didn't want you to hear the sneezes. After an explosive lap 41 with the personal best time and the fastest lap time of the stint. The last 2 laps with a 158.0, 58.3, still magnificently strong, but by far not on the same level as before. That probably was one really good, maybe chaos lap, and now he seems to have enough for the moment. Although sure, it's still not slow, it's still 57 territory that he can drive. Okay, last sector was pretty good, 57.7. Then we have Bari again. The first lap's Bari will probably gain some time, although this lap wasn't that good. Comfy's lap time 58.6, 58.9. It almost seems as if this stint is slower. Masma with the personal best lap of 2 minutes 198. Just about 3 seconds shy of Devil's lap time. Not quite though. It's more like 2.7. Let's look at Tim again. Another 58.4, considering the other 2 laps were 58.6, 58.5. This one now 58.4. Consistency. Consistency, that is what Tim can do best. We are now more or less, if Tim finishes this lap, we are at 3/4 of the race. This will most likely be another fine lap of Tim. Another very stable, very consistent lap. Over the line, 58.0. It's his personal best lap. Very nice. Devil returned to the 57 lap times after Furioso in lap 41. He has gone back to his usual insanity. .3. And here we have Bari, who is closing up on Masma. Of course, Masma cannot disappear in thin air, so Bari has to follow him. Takes a bit of slipstream, and Masma lets him through. Compi with the 59.0. Slower than the guys in front. You can see from the driving that this car wants to oversteer. And still there was a save. But this did cost a bit of time though. It can be difficult sometimes to keep traction on this car. The oversteer can sometimes be quite hard. Still a 58 though. Masma consistently in the 2-minute lap times. Pretty good. Now the car is light. As light as it should be. And obviously because he had to refuel less than the competition in his last stop, he has gained back some positions. Or at least he isn't lapped against Comfy anymore. Two tenths up again to his personal best. If he continues like this, it could be a 59 lap time. Most likely lost in this sector. Yeah, quite a bit. I didn't exactly see where he did lose his time, but unfortunately he did. Still at 2:01, so it's not that bad. Anyway, let's look at Tim again after his personal best lap of a 58.086. He followed this up with the 58.2 and the 58.1. Yeah, this car is super consistent. This driver is super consistent. And another 58.3. As I said, the consistency of Tim is really solid. It's very good. Devil going into lap 50 or lap 49 to be more exact with a 58.3. Let's look at Devil for a bit with his black Canasex. He wanted to do a livery, but unfortunately he did get the information that his teammate won't be driving, and then he had no motivation to drive on his own. Luckily though, we could find a teammate for him last minute. It was B. Widdy, and yeah, that's why Devil is still driving. And what a drive this is. After an early spin where he lost a lot of time, he is now again in P2. And also after the first set of tires did not perform the way he wanted, he could still manage a two-stop strategy. Even though he had to get very long with these tires. Meanwhile, we have Barry in P3, also the fourth lap in succession in the 57s. Very strong. Not fast enough to break the lap record of Devil. There is half a tenth missing. But he's showing some consistency. Another time where he could go into the 57s if he keeps up this lap. Also the gap to Comfy is increasing. Although it seems the second stint of Comfy was quite good, he isn't able to maintain the same speed in the third stint. However, I think he will still be quite happy with this performance after 5 months of injury. Still driving under pain, but by far not the same pain as months before, where it was almost impossible to sit without having pain. Well, Again, this is now the 5th lap in the 57s for Bari. This car just looks so stable through these corners. Let's go to Comfy. Yeah, his lap times are a bit more over the place. 59.0, 58.8, 58.6, and a 58.1, 59.0, 59.2. Although the 59.2 could be because of a lapping of Masma. It's lap 52 for him, or let's say lap 51. They are all coming closer to the end. About 20 minutes left. Another time where the 130R wasn't taken correctly. Compared to many other drivers, Comfy is taking a rather wide line through the last corner. Doesn't try to shortcut it, which is good for setting a fast lap time. And most generally is faster. Yeah, he isn't really that convinced about it. Yeah, Masma has had a bit of a problem in the previous lap. Maybe he made a mistake. Maybe he made another mistake here, because he is 5 seconds adrift of his fastest lap time. As if concentration is getting lost slowly but surely. He has lost another 1.2 seconds. I didn't really see where he made the mistakes, that he lost 1.2 seconds in this lap. But yeah, for some reason he is slowing down quite a bit. It was another 2 minutes 8. Of course, there was a mistake in one of these laps, but I don't know, maybe he's saving fuel. Shouldn't make sense though. How much does Comfy have? Okay, yeah, Comfy has more fuel. Then we have Bari, who's about on the same level, but Masma has the same level of fuel. Devil is even lower, and Tim is very safe. Still in the 58s, not one lap that is in the 59s. Although 4/10 lost in the first sector, we can already feel the tires getting slower. After 14 laps, this is absolutely okay. The hairpin looked very good, a lot of grip, a lot of traction. This is something you crave for in the Audi. Not that the car is not grippy, but the stableness of this Mercedes AMG, this is something that many other cars are craving for. 7/10 up to his personal best. Should still be in the 58 area if he gets the chicane done. And it's another 58. 58,891. Devil is also in the 58s. Even in the 57s, he is generally driving faster than Tim, with older tires. Although not in this lap. This one is also 59.4. Tires look pretty good, considering that they are now 17 or 18 laps old. First sector seems to be a little bit of an Achilles heel. .1 seconds behind the fastest lap. It's still 58. It's still in the 58 area. .1 seconds. This now is a 59. The era of 59. It's an even 2 minutes lap time. Here we have Barry again. His lap time's dropping because his front tire is not keeping up. 59.4, still a pretty strong lap. Yeah, it's lap 57, or best said, it's lap 56 now, so after this there are 4 more laps. We are slowly coming to the end. Now coming to the spoon corners. Quite a difficult double left-hander. Going downhill. Difficult to stay on the road. But it is a section that can make or break a lap. 130R with the GT3 car, difficult to take full speed. It is possible, but only on a few occasions. Lap times of Comfy are pretty much on the same level, 59s. The tires do look a little bit better. The balance seems to be good enough. The 6/10 lost in the first sector didn't really look that bad, but of course, because the tires are not as good anymore as at the start, maybe there's also a bit of cautiousness due to the end of the stint to keep the motivation, to keep the concentration high. The 59 lap time would still be good. Okay, let's see if there is an improvement, at least compared to the lap before. Not really. There was quite some time lost. At least it's a 59. Let's look at Masma for another lap, and then we will go to Tim again, because he will be more or less in the last lap, or lap 60, I guess, when Masma finishes this lap. Okay, 2-minute 2. Hopefully he has enough fuel for entering the pits. Yeah, I believe the fastest lap time of this stint will not be improved. Not at the end. Devil with a 157.4, pretty strong. But also Body with the 57.5. Tim did the 58.0. Comfy did 58.1. Maspa did a 2-minute 01. I think everybody can be proud of their laps. Except maybe Alex and Matteosinho, but not because they were driving badly, because they had no chance to really set a lap time. Or at least not a good one. With little fuel. Yeah, I think for Masma it can get difficult with the fuel. He needs to be cautious. Okay, now we have Masma finishing the lap, and now we will go to Tim, who is going into his last lap. Still extremely stable in lap times, 59.1. This one is a 59.7. Still only 1.7 seconds off his fastest lap. The fronts still look good, the rears look even better. Balance must still be quite good, even though a bit understeery maybe. Still only 6/10 slower than his personally fastest lap. That 1 second time loss, which is still more than okay. Into both spoon corners in a few seconds, one last time. Okay, last real straight to the 130R. Chicane, and then he will be going to the pits, and once the car is stationary he is allowed to give the signal to his teammate. He may give the car to his teammate exactly now. Devil also pitting. His last lap time was a 2:07.54, which is very strong considering the age of the tires. Meanwhile, FGR is also pitting. Devil can now give to his teammate Be Witty. Then we have the BMW of Body. Which may give the car to his teammate now. Also Comfy pitted. Comfy is giving his car to his brother. And this will happen right now. So there's only Masma left, which still has 1 lap and 1 sector to drive. Last lap for Masma. He still seems to have enough fuel for Masma now has the whole track for himself. And only when he pits, the auto drivers may finally leave. Now into the two Degners. First one is okay, the second one is very tricky. Very difficult to take. 1.5 seconds slower than his fastest lap time. One more time through the spoon corners. Okay, last sector. Last time he can compare to his fast lap time, 2.6 down. And now he will be pitting as well. Jetzt abwarten, bis Masma angehalten ist. Und dann, ja, dann ist der Stint durch. So, jetzt. Ja, und damit verabschiede ich mich. Jetzt habe ich auf Deutsch gewechselt. And yeah, that's the time I will be leaving. You have now seen most of the stint. All the rest now is not important, except for Comfy that picked up a 3-second penalty. And yeah, we'll sit it out in this stint. And yeah, we'll also get it written to his overall time. Anyway, that's enough. Hopefully see us in the next race. And it would sure be great if we would have more teams and drivers. It would be great to have more than 7 teams, a fuller field. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.